Hi beautiful, Emma McCann here. Welcome back. Today I'd like to talk to you about being exactly in the right place at the right time. So one of the things that keeps me grounded and centered even when the stuff is going crazy around me is trusting really, that what I'm experiencing, where I am, what's happening around me is exactly right for that moment, for that time. And this can be a hard one to get around, but essentially, if you see yourself as a spiritual being and you see yourself as having lessons to learn and on your way towards some type of enlightenment, whatever that means for you, then trusting that everything that's happening for you is happening for a reason is a really important part of understanding or taking from what it is that you're experiencing, the lessons you need to learn. So that doesn't mean that everything is going to be comfortable. Certainly some things will be uncomfortable. But we're exactly where we need to be, and not, often we want to be further along the track. So we're not further along the track because maybe we're missing a particular skill or a particular mindset or some support that we don't even know that we need yet. And so where we are right now is perfect. And then we might get something and go, right, now I'm ready. And you've probably had that experience where really it's your ego telling you that you want more, that you're ready for more, that you should be doing more. But when it really comes down to it, shoulds aren't great anyway, but what the ego wants, what the ego is saying, is not really the reality of your spiritual world. And so the ego can basically cause tricks, create problems within the way that you think and the way that you live your life that make you think it needs to be different than it is. But of course it's perfect. It's perfectly imperfect. And so when you come into this place where you trust that you're in the right place, you learn to surrender a bit more deeply and just learn to go with the flow a little bit more, just to let it go a little bit more. And so in those moments where you can do that, you really are becoming one with what's happening around you rather than fighting that. And that's really where I think this type of idea gets its hold, is that if you're fighting the things that are happening around you, then you really are missing the opportunities to learn. But if you can embrace what's happening around you and understand it as part of the whole that's taking you to where you need to be, then you can be in that moment, surrender the ego, and just live. And just be free from the shoulds. Being in the moment is actually really powerful. Because losing the shoulds, losing that ego's voice, losing that part of you that's saying it has to be different, when that goes and you're just in the moment, the stress isn't there, the stress that ego creates. And so everything that's happening right now is perfect. Everything is happening for a reason. And you're exactly where you need to be. You're learning exactly the lessons that you need for right now. And it's not even about the next step. It's just about now. But of course, everything builds on each other. You let go of a bit here, you gain a bit over there. And eventually, we just keep walking down the path. Down the path of our soul's growth. And through the path of we just keep walking in the direction that we're meant to be going. But of course, if you fight it, then you might miss the opportunities to be going in the direction of your path. So surrender, trust that you're in the right place at the right moment, that everything is exactly as it's meant to be. So maybe if you tend to fight things when stuff is going crazy around you and the proverbial shit hits the fan, you know, maybe that's the time for you to really surrender into this and just say, no, everything is exactly as it needs to be. I'm in exactly the right place. And just see what happens for you. I'd love to hear. Leave me a comment below. Have a great day. Bye.